Today I'm going to talk about putting. So what are the three most important aspects of putting? Line, speed, and your feel. So what I have here is a putting arc training aid. Whether you're indoors and you have carpet like this that you can actually hit putts on, or you don't, it really doesn't matter, because what I use it for is to get the proper feel of the arc of the stroke and make sure that my feel is in touch with reality. So I don't have to hit putts to achieve that feel. I just take some practice strokes. So then when I get to the green, I try to focus just on my feel and making the feel from this training aid translate into my putting stroke while being athletic and in a good mindset, trying to hit putts trying to make putts without getting too technical about my stroke. So I also have a saber stick here for my setup. It helps me make sure I set up to the putt the same every time. So we have dots here, we have 5 dots, and then we have the grip on each side. So what I'm gonna really focus on is my stance width and my ball position, and also how far I am from the golf ball. So I have the putting arc here with a line down the middle, and then I have the middle dot out of the 5 in line with that. So I'm gonna set up here, and I can see when I get comfortable without a ball there, my toes get pretty much right up against it. So if I get my comfortable stance width, my big toe is just inside each end dot there, the first and the 5th dot. So I'm gonna make sure I have that same stance width, and I'm also gonna make sure I have the same ball position and my toes are at the same position, the same distance from the stick. So now I'm gonna go up through my setup routine, make sure everything's square. So I'm gonna stand straight up. I'm gonna reach my arms out in front of me. I'm gonna down cock my wrist to stabilize the face. And I'm gonna pull my elbows into my rib cage there. And they're just gently resting against my rib cage. So now I'm keeping that putter parallel to the ground. So it's straight out, down cock there. Bring it in, and now I'm going to slightly flex my knees, my weight centered in my feet, and I'm going to tilt. Okay? So it rests perfectly right there at the heel against the putting arc. So that's how far I should be from the golf ball. I'm going to take a few practice strokes, just getting the feel of that proper arc. So for me, I want a really flat back as I bend over, because that's going to stabilize my spine so my head doesn't rock back and forth. So setup routine, bring it in, slightly flex the knees, flat back, and there it is. So now I'm going to try to really relax, just kind of do some gentle strokes against the side. I don't want to press against it, and that's why I'm typically not a huge fan of the putting arc, but it is a good tool to get the right feel for the stroke. So now that I've taken some strokes against the arc, I'm going to put the ball there, and I'm going to make sure the ball goes right in the center of my putter, so I'm not hitting it off the toe or heel. So now, going through my routine, getting my forearms square out in front of me. Then I'm going to down cock, bring it into my rib cage, get that back nice and flat, try to relax, bend the knees, tilt, and there it is. So use the putting arc to get a feel for the proper arc in the stroke, so you can, remain in balance. You're not arcing too much, not rotating too much. Make sure you're relaxed, and then when you get to the golf course, you want to make sure that you put a feel to that stroke. And so you're not thinking about the technique, you're just setting up properly and putting a feel to all that practice and muscle memory you built at home.